Welcome to CSEGuru. In this session, we will discuss a gate problem in DSA. The problem is raised in GATE CSE 2023. The problem is, consider a sequence of elements. A0 value is 1, A1 value is 5, A2 7, A3 8, A4 9 and A5 2. The following operations are performed on a stack S and Q, both of which are initially empty. So we are using both stack as well as queue. Both are initially empty. And these are all the operations we are going to perform. After performing all these 10 operations, the top element of S after executing the above operation is. After executing this 10th operation, what is the top element of S? That we need to find. That is the answer. Okay. So first we will consider the first operation. Push the elements of A from A0 to A5 into that order into S. So S represents the stack. Stack, if you are considering in the sense, that is last in, first out, that is LIFO. And Q, if you are considering in the sense, first in, first out, that is FIFO. Okay. So this already we know. So first operation is push the elements of A from A0 to A5 in that order into S. So S is nothing but stack. First we have to push A0 in that order only. Okay. And then A1, next A2, next A3 and next A4 and then A5. In that order only we have to push it into the stack. So starting element is A0 in the sense when you are pushing this starting element, it will go at the bottom of the stack. Next top element will be A1, next top element A2, next top element A3, next A4, final top element is A5. Now the top element of the stack is nothing but A5 at the end of first operation. Okay. So second operation, NQ. So the operations of Q data structure is NQ is nothing but inserting an element into the queue and DQ is nothing but deleting an element from the queue. Similarly, stack operations is push and pop. Push is nothing but inserting an element into the stack. Pop is nothing but deleting an element from the stack. So these are all the basic things already we know. So at the end of first operation, if we are considering in this sense, Q data structure will be empty only. Okay. Only stack, we are pushing the elements from A0 to A5. Next, second operation, NQ the elements of A from A0 to A5 in that order into Q. So if you are considering the stack, it will be as it is. Okay. That is A0 to A5 as it is, it will be in stack. A4 and A5. Now the second operation will implement only for Q. Okay. So Q data structure, if we are considering in the sense, we have to NQ the elements of A from A0 to A5. So Q data structure is nothing but first in, first out. What is the element we are inserting into the queue first? That will be deleted first. But stack data structure, if we are considering in the sense, what is the element we are inserting into the stack first? That will be deleted at last only because it is at the bottom of the stack. Okay. So Q, if you are considering in the sense, first A0 will be inserted and that will move to the first. And then A1 and then A2 and then A3 and then A4, then A5. We have NQ'd the elements of A from A0 to A5 in that order into Q. So first A0 we are inserting into Q. Now this will be placed at the first position. Okay, when we are trying to delete, this A0 will be deleted first. Next A1, next A2, likewise only. Okay. So this is the status of stack and queue at the end of second operation. Next, consider the third operation. Pop an element from S. So when you are popping an element from S in the sense, the top of the element will be popped. Okay, so the top of the element of stack in second operation is A5. So if you are popping in the sense, only the remaining elements will be in the stack, that is A0, A1, A2, A3 and A4. Now the top element of the stack is nothing but A4. And the queue, if you are considering in the sense, it will be as it is. Okay. That is A5, A4, A3, A2, A1 and A0. It will be as it is. There is no changes in queue. Okay. Fourth operation, if you are considering in the sense, dequeue an element from queue. Okay. So stack will be as it is. That is A0, A1 up to A4, right? A5 already we have popped. Okay. And Q, if we are considering in the sense, dequeue an element, that is deleting an element from the queue. When you are trying to delete an element, the element which is inserted first into the queue, that will be deleted first. What is the element we have inserted first? That is A0 we have inserted. Now we will delete this A0 first. Then A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. Okay. So now we have deleted element A0 from Q. Okay. Next, fifth operation, pop an element from S. So if you want to pop an element, what is the top element of the stack? That will be popped. Okay. So top element of the stack is A4. So if you are popping A4 in the sense, the remaining elements in stack will be A0, A1, A2 and A3. Now the top element will point to A3. Okay. And there is no changes in Q. That is A5, A4, A3, A2, A1 and A0 already we have deleted in fourth operation. So now this is the status of stack and this is the status of Q. Next, sixth operation, dequeue an element from Q. So if you are dequeuing in the sense, the element which is placed first, that will be deleted first. So now the recently placed element is nothing but A1 will be in the queue. So that will be deleted now. And the status of stack is same only, right? And A3 it will point to the top element of the stack. And Q only we are implementing the operation. We are dequeuing an element from Q. A1 will be dequeued. So the remaining elements are A5, A4, A3, A2. So this is the status of Q at the end of sixth operation. Next, seventh operation if you are considering, dequeue an element from Q and push the same element into S. Okay. So what is the status of stack now? In previous operation, the status of stack is up to A3, A0, A1, A2 and A3. And this is pointing to the top element. Okay. And here the Q status is A5, A4, A3 and A2. So this is the status of Q. Now what we have to do? Dequeue an element from Q. So we have to dequeue A2. The element recently inserted into the queue is now A2. So dequeue the element A2 and push the same element into S. So if you are dequeuing A2 and placing here, okay, now the top element will point to A2 and this will be deleted from the queue. Now the queue elements are A5, A4, A3 only. Okay, so this is the status now. Next, repeat operation 7 3 times. So 3 times we have to repeat. Okay, so now we will consider the stack here. That is A0, A1, A2, A3 and already A2. Okay. And the queue status is A5, A4 and A3. Repeat the operation 7, the previous operation. Okay. 3 times. So first time if you are dequeuing in the sense, that is dequeue an element from queue and push the same element into stack. So dequeue A3 and push it into stack. Okay. Similarly, this is first time. Second time, dequeue A4 and push it into the stack. Okay. Next, third time, dequeue A5 and push it into the stack. So now the top element is nothing but A5. Stack top element is A5 and Q is empty now. Next, 10th operation, pop an element from S. So the stack, if we are considering in the sense A0, A1, A2, A3, A2, A3. Next A2, A3, A4, A5. A2, A3, A4, A5. Okay. So now the top element of the stack is A5. So pop an element from S. We have to pop A5 and this will be popped. Now the stack elements are A0, A1, A2, A3, A2, A3, A4. So these are all the stack elements at the end of 9th operation. And the 10th operation, if we are considering, pop an element from S. So stack, if we are considering in the sense, element will be A0, A1, A2, A3. Next is A2, A3, A4. Okay, A2, A3, A4. Okay, so this is the status of stack at the end of 9th operation. And 10th operation is pop an element from stack. Now the top element of the stack is A4. This will be popped. So this is the top element and that is popped now. Okay, at the end of 10th operation, what is the status of stack in the sense? That is A0, A1, A2, A3 and then A2, A3. Okay, A2 and A3. Now, the top element of the stack after performing the pop operation is A3 is the top element. Okay, so the top element of S after executing the above operation. If you are performing all these 10 operations and at the end of 10th operation, check the status of stack and what is the top element of the stack. Top element of the stack is nothing but A3 and the value of A3 is nothing but 8. So, the top element of S after executing the above operation is A3 and its value is 8. Okay, so this is the result. Thank you for watching this video.